Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and today is hashtag M is for Mondays Mojo, and this week we're working on mixed media. So I'm going to show you how to make this. It's cute. It's a beautiful little butterfly. So what you need, and you can take this as far as you can go. I started with a sheet of transparency film. I have my alcohol inks. I have a little dauber sponge for alcohol inks. I have a straw because I don't have the little blower. If you have a little blower, use that. You can use a can of air as well. I have my sidekick for later, my pokey tool because you're probably going to need it. I have some die cuts. This was the one I used for the butterfly. And some gloves because you don't want to get alcohol inks on your hand. So let me put my gloves on, and I was intending to work on a project, a challenge in someone's Facebook group, and if I can in this video, I will do that at the end. Make that little item or show you the finished product and tell you where to find that challenge. So gloves are on. And so this particular challenge that I was thinking about doing, the color of the month is dark blue. So I pulled out my dark blue inks, and I actually had this little piece of leftover acetate when I had cut some, or transparency film. And I was like, oh, let me experiment and see how this goes. So I love how it turned out. So I thought I would share that with you today. Let me get this mat. It's got a lump in it here. I'm going to get the sidekick out of the way for now. That might help. Okay. So I have a hair under here because that's always fun. Okay, I got rid of it. I don't think it's on my hand. Fix this mat. So I'm just going to go through and take my inks and just play around on the surface here. And just get some different things. I'm going to kind of maybe do different things in each maybe quadrant of this sheet, so it's not all like the same thing. And then my sidekick is small and it'll only be like, what is this? Like maybe 2 inches wide to go through. So then we'll have to cut this up. But I forgot why this has such a bubble in it. Let's see. I don't know. It's right in my workspace here. Oh well, maybe that'll help with the designs. I don't have, you need 90% alcohol, and I looked, I only have 70%, but you could use that to help spread if you have that in a little spritzer bottle. So I have a spritzer bottle, but I don't have the right alcohol. So next time. So I'm going to just put this on fast forward and just play around, and then we'll come back and cut it up and put it through the sidekick and make some little ephemera bits. All right, guys, so sit back, relax, enjoy some tunes, and let's get cracking. Okay, guys, I love these things. I do have some notes though. Okay, number one. So if you have a sidekick or you're planning on getting one, just a little tip: when you are putting your paper and your die cut, do not put them all the way to the end where you're going to insert it. It needs to be back a little bit because it just won't take it in if it's sitting too close. Which does affect when you have like a longer piece like this that would normally fit, but it won't take it in because I guess it's too wide at the front. So when they're trying to stick it in, so every time I pushed it back, it went in just fine. So something to think about. Um, and I have some opinions on some die cuts now. I'm only saying this because this is transparency film. They work great on paper, all of them. Um, but the Sizzix brand worked best with the transparency. Well, and I had transparency and a piece of copy paper, like a regular weight copy paper, um, so that I didn't want to get ink on my plates and stuff. So, I probably would have made it slightly thinner. Maybe it would have made a difference. I don't know. Um, but you know, it these are little pieces of when I tried different brands just didn't cut through like the Sizzix did. These were Amazon, just I think they're called like border edges or something. Those little doily ones from Echo Park. That paper that was copy paper, that cut that beautifully. It did cut the butterflies. I did the two smaller ones. The only thing it had trouble with was the antenna, and it was usually just a tiny little piece. And I recommend these Tim Holtz. These are the 5-inch titanium scissors, and those are perfect for getting into those little tiny spaces. This is Dollar Tree. It's the only one I have from Dollar Tree, and it was this little quarter piece. Not too bad actually. So that one was pretty good. But that's the only brand, or only one from that brand that I have. And of course, this was Sizzix. Um, left some pieces in there. Um, and those cut beautifully in the Sidekick. So I'm not an affiliate of Sizzix, but if they ever want to talk to me. So these that are the Echo Park ones, this is those little border ones from Amazon. These might be good to just sit and kind of work on fussy cutting them or poking them a little bit more, while you're watching TV or something. But it's like part of the circle punched, but part of it didn't. So yeah, so I have those. So for my project, I needed something blue, dark blue. So I either can use that or it didn't say you couldn't have purple. So I'm gonna choose one of these two butterflies. Um, that needs to come out. There we go. Now it looks uniform. And this one I really thought and I think they're supposed to come out this little squiggly. Like it's supposed to not be in there, but I don't have the patience today to sit there and pull it apart and pull the squiggle out because I've used it before. I keep calling it squiggle, swirl. So I probably will go with this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make what I wanted to make for you guys. And here's my little trash bin. Tape is your friend too. I'm picking these little pieces up. Um, the static electricity on them is something else. Okay, so the challenge, Stacy at Crafty Dragon Creations has a monthly challenge in our Facebook group, and she has a color. There's an item, and is it like paper, an item, and a color? So this month it is dark blue. The paper is dictionary page. and the item is Rick Rack. So I am going to whip up a little tag here. I think I'm going to use maybe an index card. So let me go grab some stuff. Be right back. Okay, I've got this is a 4x6 index card, piece of dictionary page. I've trimmed off the edges. I've got my little butterfly in dark blue, and I have dark blue Rick Rack. So I'm gonna make this real quick. And Stacy has prizes, so if you like to win, or if you like to play to win, go check out Stacy's Facebook page, Facebook group. It's Crafty Dragon Creations, Dragon's Lair, I believe. I'll try to remember to link it below. Also, I have had more people start asking me about supplies and whatnot, so I started a Amazon affiliate link, and in there, if you click on that, I put supplies that I used today that you can find on Amazon, and if you purchase anything, of course, I get a little something, but more importantly, you can find the materials that you need. Because often we see someone using something and we're like, oh, where can I get that? Or what is that called? Or this will at least point you in the right direction. Even though I may not have gotten mine off of Amazon, I have gotten quite a few things off Amazon. So I have a little list up there called Junk Journal Supply Items, I guess. All right, so what do we want to do to make this kind of fancy? I want to put it like on the side. Do I want to frame this? Make like a frame? Let's try this. So this Rick Rack came from Michaels. I think summer before last. It was they have those where they're kind of hanging off a hook, like a whole group of ribbon that are kind of coordinated. And let's see, what's the best way to do this? I think I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of little glue here. And so this was like summertime, so this was like 4th of July theme. In fact, it might have been over in the 4th of July section at this particular Michaels. This was in North Carolina when I bought it. Because not all Michaels are set up the same. I have found they don't all have the same thing. So I was watching someone doing like a walkthrough of all the new crafty things and at Michaels, and I was like, yeah, my Michaels, while it's kind of new, it's not as big. It was put into where Best Buy used to be, which, you know, I'm all for recycling buildings, repurposing them. And anyways, I wonder if I put a flower up there. Let's see. This one has maybe some more blue on it. It's probably too much to say. Probably should be something kind of different. No, I don't like that. If you were for that, I'm sorry. I just did that and did not like that. And then I've gotten one of these little bundles before of ribbon, but it was actually on Amazon. So you don't want like a whole roll of something, but you want just a taste. I think of how long they are. They're probably like 2 feet long. Each piece. That hangs down, being grouped in the middle. Looks like a big, huge junk journal tassel. Okay. Probably the most unconventional way to put glue. It's probably a bit of a waste, but I feel like if I did it the other way, I'd waste more because it would never stick. Yeah, I find Braille art works for most stuff. Oh, scoot over. A lot of times it's a matter of just leave it alone once you put it on there. Okay, let's figure out what we're going to do with this butterfly. Um, hmm. Maybe a digital flower? That's too big. That probably would have been cool. Do something like that. Hmm. Business. Or I want it on that side. I don't want it like that. That's a thought. Let's see if there's any other greenery in this bag. I printed out more flowers, but I haven't printed out more greenery. Green flowers. It's too short. Kind of like a tall skinny thing. I need to find some floral digitals that are. Here's the same thing, but bigger. Bigger. You've had a hard life in that bag. I'm so sorry. I think I do want bigger. Okay. Now we have to trim it down though, so we can make it work. Now we're just going to snip the bent end off anyways. Okay. Now I could fussy cut in there, but I'm not going to. You can't put the glue with the needle still in it, Susan. I hope you let me know like what mixed media you like to do. Or if you'd like to see me do something. Sometimes I do something that goes along with my project, like Junk Journal Madness. But I actually thought about these prompts from Stacy, and then I saw a video about using alcohol inks on acetate, and of course my brain was going, and I had all these ideas. This wasn't my idea that I originally had. Anyway, so I got stuck on doing this in my head instead of. I think originally I was going to do jelly printing, so like that. And then we're going to put. So if there's something you want to see more of, let me know for next month. And I hope you're participating. If you're a YouTuber and you need something to do, we'd love for you to join in. All right, not too shabby. I like that. Yeah. All right, put your pen back in. So let's recap. Okay, so I used transparency film. Check your Goodwill, your thrift shops for some. And I bet if you have a retired teacher friend, they might have some in their garage somewhere. That's where I got mine from because we don't use those very much anymore. Alcohol inks. I'm using the Tim Holtz brand, and you have a Michaels. They've been getting rid of all the Tim Holtz stuff, so check the clearance section because I did pick up a few more, which I did not use today because they're not in the little tin. That little tin is fun to use. Holds them very nicely. So I'll have that in my little Amazon checklist. And let's see what else. So I used the Sizzix Sidekick today with a variety of die cuts or dies to make some die cuts. I did, I made sure it was dry, and then I put the painty side down. So this is the non-painty side, it's the other side. That's the side you're gonna want to see and show. And I ran that through the Sidekick. I might do it again sometime and actually use the big shot. I have one of those. Make some bigger things or multiple things at one time. And I did not hold it down with washi tape. I was kind of concerned that I might take the paint off, but then I was like, well, you're not really putting it on the painty side, Susan, so I just didn't do that. So you can try it with washi tape if you have one. And gloves, make sure you have gloves. Oh, and make sure it's ventilated in your room. I had the ceiling fan going and I tried to work pretty quickly and then close them up and get out and take a little break after I did all that. But yeah, I like how it turned out. It's a great project. So if you've got transparency film and you've got some alcohol inks, you can also try it on packaging, like the packaging your stuff comes in. If you tend to throw that away, try that if you don't have transparency film. But yeah, give it a try. See what you can do. I just used a straw. Um, I do have a air can, but I've lost the little nozzle off of it, so I didn't use it today. But I've seen people use that. And go visit Stacy at Crafty Dragon Creations Facebook group, and she's got monthly prompts. And this is the one for April. Dark blue, dictionary page, and Rick Rick. All right, guys, I appreciate you and your time. I hope you join us next Monday for MS4 Mondays, Mojo, and mass making. So this is where we just make a bunch of the same thing. You don't have to make a bunch. I think the last time I did it, what did I make? I don't remember. But it could be something you want to make. And you just make a whole bunch of them, or 4 or 5. However many you feel like having. All right, you guys. I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.